Hello everyone and welcome to OCP Gaming. My name is Jeremy Nichols and of course I'm your host. And today we've got Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Episode 3. We are playing on NES Mini with a Wii Pro Controller. Just finished up Dungeon 3. We need to head over and let's see, we got to get a heart piece. We got to save a kid. We got to get the fire spell and the reflect spell and head to Dungeon 4. Got a lot to do here. I think Dungeon 4 is where we're going to get a lot of our grinding done. Hopefully finish out, get up to... I'd like to be at level 8 for all 3 of the categories before I get to Dungeon 5, but we'll find out. We'll see what we can do here. Stop at the cemetery. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Yeah, right. I think, yeah, this has a points bag. These guys are kind of jerks. I don't know if there's a pattern for those guys, like every so many seconds they open their eyes. I'm sure there is. I'm sure somebody's figured it out too. I have no idea what it is. This town has fire in it. Look at that. Yeah, we got some water. Because she wanted water. She was thirsty and couldn't walk the 10 feet down to the water fountain. Now, there are some enemies... I might even be wrong in that saying there's multiple enemies. There's at least one that you use the fire on, but it's not a necessary... I don't think it's necessary because it's not an enemy that you have to defeat. Like, they don't... It's not like you use it on a boss, right? So it ends up becoming... I don't want to say pointless, but kind of pointless. Although, there's probably someone out there that found a use for it, you know? That's all we need from there. I mean... we've come a long way since it took multiple hits to beat those guys. I think that guy is the guy that you have to use a fire on. I believe that's it. There's an extra guy over here, but again, not grabbing it. We don't need it yet. Go up here and save the kid. Grab the heart piece. We may just... I don't know. We may grab the heart piece now and... I don't care to fight these guys. And I'll tell you why, because the jump stab thing doesn't work that often. Not nearly like the Iron Knuckles. Those guys are dicks. There's a kid. Pick him up like he's an like he's an item. We may go get this heart just for life. I think it's... Yeah, there's a way to do it without triggering an unskippable... There we go. Because here there are unskippable scenes, but there's a way to maneuver around some of them. Oh, it's magic, not heart magic. But there's a way to maneuver around to a point where you don't have to do too many of them. And we can get in there, get the magic container, and get out without having to do the rest of them. It's best just to do this now instead of getting, you know, you get the reflex spell and then you gotta walk all the way back, and or you get over there, you find out you need the kid, you gotta go get the kid, walk back to get the spell. Oh, we gonna die, yep. Why didn't I use the life potion? I had full magic. I think these guys you gotta use fire to beat too, right? Solid 50 points. Why didn't I use the life potion? I'm dumb. How many guys we got? Oh, we got 2 guys. We'll be alright. We'll be fine. As long as we don't fall in any pits or anything. Now, there is a way to skip these scenes here if you can get one of the bad guys in the overworld to hit you as you walk in. It'll take you to that overworld, that bad guy, instead of this. But that's a lot of that's a lot of timing that I can't get. I've never been able to do it. I've seen other people do it, but I've personally never been able to do it. Obviously, the threat here is the bubbles. Which I don't know if there's ever been a lore explanation for where these bubbles are coming from, but I just remember a lot of times in these NES games, bubbles would hurt you. For some reason, bubbles would hurt you. Stop here and get some life. We get the up thrust in this town as well. So again, it's one of the towns where there's 2 different things to get. And this is one of those situations where I don't know how we found out, but we did. How I can't tell you if we saw that in a magazine or what, but I just have always known to go there. Press up to stab, up thrust, or up stab, whatever you want. Yeah, there we go. Which comes in handy a little bit, not nearly as much as the down thrust, right? Like, I don't know if you actually need the up thrust to... Do you need it to beat the game? Is there a situation where you actually need it? I have to wonder. And where's Link's keeping this kid? Is the kid tucked away or something? You don't see him following him. And why the ratty old woman? Like, you would expect a different character. I do like that the getting this spell, reflect spell, you have to have it. You cannot beat the dungeon boss in 4 without it. So they put it behind, you have to save a kid to get the spell. So no matter what you do, you have to save that kid, you know? Like, that's neat how they did that. And they made sure, well, you gotta save a kid. So you get to at least do that. Feel good about yourself. Now we can go to Dungeon 4. And we should be able to finish up Dungeon 4 and 5 on this episode. That's what I'm planning. It really depends on how much grinding we do, and if we end up getting a game over, which I'm, fingers crossed, hoping to avoid. I don't know why I chose to stop and fight these guys. They're only 20 points. Whoa, I got lucky on that one. Whoop. And pink. I do like the little pink sound it makes. Oh, good lord. Okay, that'll work. Ooh, very nice. I'll take that. I was just hoping that, I was thinking in my mind, like, I'd love a fairy to come out right now, but I don't really care for being in the trees to deal with these guys. I'd rather be in the grassy areas. And as you can see, even breaking down the trees with the hammer doesn't mean that it's a grass area they'll take you into. Oh, I don't think so, buddy. All right. Fair amount of setup for this dungeon here. I think if we can go up still. It may force us to go down. Oh, we'll let us go up. Okay. Because there's right over here, there's a spot. Right there. So you can avoid that by just dropping down that pit and then going up instead of down. See? Like that? It's neat, isn't it? It's fun to learn stuff. Damn it. I say it's fun to learn something and I get hit. These guys you have to have fire. So I guess there are at least 2 enemies you gotta have fire to kill. Not challenging, really. Just take a lot of hits. That's all it is. At least these guys freeze in place if you hit them with the fire. I guess, now that I think about it, maybe the fire isn't so useless in that, at the very least, it gives you a projectile, like, no matter what, like, so you can stand back. If you're low on energy, it'll save your life, essentially, or could potentially save your life. I swear those balls he was throwing out was hitting my shield, but for whatever reason wasn't reflecting. And I think, hold on, I think it's easier to go, yeah, it's easier to go this way. Flies are jerks, but they're not the worst to deal with. There we go. See, it's not so bad. I think we've got... No, that's it. Alright, cool. Here we are. Don't know why I didn't just stand there. So let's grind for a minute. Doesn't have to be too long. One enemy that's in here are these magician, they wear these robe things, and they're worth like 150 points. So they're pretty beefy on the experience. I want to get at least, let's get to 15 and then we'll move forward, I think. And get under the fire. Look at that. Spawned by doing an up thrust, didn't even mean to. One more and then we'll move on. I do like this because it's always a toss-up. Sometimes you get the red potion, sometimes you get the iron knuckle. There we go. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get a red potion. If not, we'll just go on. Relax, guys. It's, you know, you're here watching. It's fine. Oh, look at that. We got one anyway. Whoop, nope. Damn it, I should have done the life a second time. These guys, they're worth a good amount of experience points. Hundred points, yeah. That's easy right there, right? I mean, why wouldn't you stop and kill those guys? Use a little bit of magic, and be set. Oh, come on. Let's say, don't be a jerk. I don't know if there's some trick to making these jump out. I just hack and slash until they jump out, essentially. Alright, let's see if I can do this the first time without failing. Yeah, and made it. Alright. Actually, well, fuck it. Let's see if this works or not. Yeah, it blocks it. Alright. Confirmed. Of course, I'm gonna die now. Unless I can level up. There we go. At least protect ourselves. Let this be a red. Oh! Oh, look at that. This could be a problem. Oh, very nice. Glad I used the reflex spell now. Boy, it's kind of messed up. They have you... They put those guys in Dungeon 3 when you don't have a reflex spell, so you can't actually... You can't fucking defend yourself against them. That's messed up. You bastard. Easiest bad guys in the game, but yet they take experience from you, you know? Easy 50 points right there. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that. All right. Yay! I take a life spell. And then... Damn it! And we got the boots. Now, we can walk on water. Who sang that song? Eddie Money? That song, If I Can Walk on Water? That's not the name of the song, but I just remember that lyric. Dun, dun, dun. I'd like to level up again, that'd be nice. I'm gonna save it. Although in retrospect, it probably would have been a better idea to use it. Of course, the one time I could really use something. The fast ones always, like, I hate the fast ones. It's just like, you bastards. How many guys? We got 2 guys left. We got this one and the 0 guy, so. No! Son of a bee. Oh. It's our last guy. And these guys' paths are determined by how high you are in the air when they come on screen. So if you try to jump, they'll come in at the tallest part of your jump. Oh, that's nice. Might do a little more grinding here, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know what the... I'm sure there's some amount of those, like a limit on how many can be on the screen. I want to say maybe 4. So it's best to stay calm. Those guys can be such pain in the asses, though. I don't think we're going to get to 8 before the end of the stage, unless we do a little grinding. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, let's just go on. Maybe we won't be at 8 when we go to Dungeon 5. It's not the end of the world. Might as well let him down. Could always beat the stage and come back in without dropping the crystal. Just fight my way back through. May have to do that. There we go. That may be the plan. Yeah, fall down in the hole. I think there's a key. Yeah. I'm so glad the horse heads aren't on this screen. Those things are so annoying. No, come on. What am I doing? And I know we need to go this way because there's another key we're going to have to get. Oh, look at that. Damn. I swear I swung the sword. I swear to you. Whoa. See? I jumped when it went off the screen, so that's where... No! Oh! Fuck you! I don't think so. We are going to head out and get some magic. I'm not. I ain't going down like that. There we go. I'll tell you what. Let's go grab, since we can walk on water, makes it a lot easier to navigate all this. Let's go grab a another heart piece down here. No, I don't want to go in there. Oh, come on. There it is. We'll grab this heart piece here. Oh, come on. I know I can get up there. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say, I know I can get up there. I've done it so many times. Alright, let's head back. I'm not saying we have to level up before we... I just don't want to die being halfway to the next level, right? I just don't want to die. Famous last words. There we go. Okay. At least get to 2,000 and make a run of it towards the end. There we go. So I don't want to use up all my magic trying to deflect stuff and then get to the end and not be able to beat the bad guy, you know. Okay, well we're just... I'm happy to get the magic, but right now I don't really need it. You could give me a points bag, that'd be cool too, I'm just saying. Like 100 points is great, but I could use the 200. I'll tell you what, let's move on and see what we can get going here. I don't want to bore you guys with... Well, if I, you know, if I can level up, I can get my magic back, because I think the next one to go is magic, right? I think it's magic and then attack, maybe? Might as well. Oh, there we go. I think what I'm going to do in this next room is use the jump spell just to give myself a little extra leeway here. A little extra clearance. There we go. So I don't want to die now. There we go, let's keep them on screen. That way none come towards me. Look at that, I've never seen that happen before, but I'll take it. We may have to backtrack just because if I don't have enough magic, like I said, if I can't level up in time, but we'll find out. Maybe I'll end up with enough magic, who knows. No, come on, dude. Golly. Well, got enough magic. The good news is the bulk of the level's done, right? So if I have to come back through, yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot to the bad guy here. So we can run through it one more time, and because I don't think I'll get enough from him to level up. Such a simplistic bad guy. If you know. No. Not close enough. So what we'll do is we'll just jump over. We won't drop the crystal. We'll come back, run through it, level up, and then level up again. Not the end of the world. Because what? We did that with, I think we did that in dungeon, what, 3? Dungeon 2 and 3, maybe. What's some magic? There we go. I think we can go. We'll get more than enough experience points. At the very least, we'll level up 2 more times here. And the hardest parts are over, so. Oh yeah. If I don't die first. Come on, dude. Ugh. Really? Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Some magic will go up next. Attack goes up, love that. Even if we die now, it's okay because we can just run back through it without really a problem. But we're about at the end anyway. Pink. You know what? I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. There we go. Yay! Magic, magic, magic. And clunk. 776. Not bad. And that is where we're going to pause it for today. We're going to come back with our next video. We'll head down to Dungeon 5. Shouldn't be too bad. And maybe we'll set up Dungeon 6. But we're at 34 minutes. I don't see a point in doing another half an hour. So we'll just break it up. You know, why not? So And I'll make this all into a list where you can just watch them all back to back anyway. So make sure you check out ocp.podbean.com for the OCP podcast, along with Dubby Energy. Link is in the description below. Use the code OCPGAMING to save 10% off. I use it every day, and I would not sell it, or shill it, I should say, if I didn't use it. So get over there and take advantage of it. It's delicious. But that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. And until next time, farewell.